Hey guys, the time has come where I can finally talk about my, so far, favorite movie of the year, and that is The Adam Project. This comes to Netflix this Friday on the 11th, and you guys don't want to miss it. Let's dive into my spoiler-free review, but before we do, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this, trailer reactions, movie reviews, and celebrity interviews, okay? Let's talk about The Adam Project. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Listen, a movie with Ryan Reynolds, and you know it's gonna at least be good, right? But I have to admit, I was completely blown away by The Adam Project and just how much I loved and connected with this movie. There's so much jam-packed in here. So at the heart of it all, it's a science fiction movie, right? It involves time travel. Ryan Reynolds comes back from the future. Back from the future. This is a very Back to the Future-esque movie. Very much 80s time travel-y science fiction. But anyways, yes. Ryan Reynolds' character, Adam, comes back and he ends up in 2022. Now, he was shooting for 2018. So when he lands in 2022, he fully admits his plans are all messed up, and he's going to have to now work with his younger self in order to fix things and accomplish what he wanted to accomplish. Now, I'm not going to talk about that in detail. I'm not going to talk about it really at all because I want this to be a full surprise for you guys, and I don't want to ruin it. Along the way, he ends up having to also join forces with his late father, who is played by Mark Ruffalo. And also, guys, let's just get this out there. His mother is played by Jennifer Garner. Yes. That means that we get Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo together again. And unfortunately, they do not eat Razzles. But let me tell you, my heart was filled because 13 Going on 30 is one of my favorite romantic comedies of all time. I love that movie. So I loved seeing them together. And honestly, their scenes together are so good. The way they look at each other, I felt like I was back watching 13 Going on 30 again for the first time. They were absolutely amazing. And of course, Ryan Reynolds is incredible. He's absolutely hilarious. And then his interactions with his younger self, who's played by Walker Scobell, who's so good. The two of them are just absolutely incredible. So hilarious. I mean, listen, young Adam's got a mouth on him, and so does older Adam. And that's something I could totally relate to. I mean, I'm like, this is totally how my interactions with my 12-year-old self would be, right? He hates his younger self, and that's kind of what this whole thing is about, all right? So yes, there's this science fiction, time travel, maybe we have to save the world, we have to do something that's clearly very important that's going on, that's the main story, but really all of it is just get this heart too, and there's so much heart in this because Ryan Reynolds' goal here, or not his ultimate goal, but what he ends up doing, right? He's got to deal with and confront his past, okay? This is something he's been hiding and burying for his entire life. I mean, this is stuff that we do, right? We want to forget stuff. We get mad when certain things happen, and we just... I'm trying to say this without spoilers, but what I love about it is that he really needs to truly confront his past and deal with his past in order to save his future, okay? And then we even get Zoe Saldana thrown in there, very Gamora-esque, right? All the stuff that she does. She's so badass in everything she does. Pretty much every role she takes on is a completely badass role, and that's exactly what she does in The Adam Project. My biggest complaint of this movie, and it's such a nitpick, that it doesn't even really bother my full experience with the movie, but it's that we didn't get enough Zoe Saldana. I get her point, her role. It's fantastic. It's amazing. It's important. She's incredible in it, but I just wish we had even a little bit more of her. I felt like she was quite underused, although I do understand why she's in it for the amount of time that she's in it. You guys, the action in this movie, it's amazing. That's the thing. This is a science fiction movie. It's an action movie because there's so many incredible scenes, so many incredible fight scenes. They waste no time getting into it. And then there's tons of them. I was completely surprised. So there's also comedy in this. It's absolutely hilarious. I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds. He's so funny. The Adam and Adam interactions are just... I was laughing so hard at one point I had tears in my eyes. And then speaking of tears in my eyes, there was several moments that I sobbed like a baby, okay? There was one point sounds gross, guys, I know, TMI, but I had snot running down my face and tears. I was full on ugly crying. I just couldn't handle it. My heart was, this movie is so good. And there was at least 4 times that I cried. And none of them were just to tear up. It was crying, okay? This movie has all. It's so good. It's so good. I've had a couple people ask me what age this is for. My kids are 9 and 10, and 100% I'll show them this movie. Now, yes, there's some action and some blood and some, not really gore, but there's some stuff. There's definitely language, but if you don't mind language with your kids, there's like a little bit of a sexual scene, but they don't really show anything, and it's going to go right over their heads. So listen, it's a fun movie, and I know my kids are going to love it. I can't wait to share it with my husband. I mean, The Adam Project, like I said, my favorite movie so far of the year. It's absolutely amazing. Every single actor in this is phenomenal. It's got a little bit of everything all rolled into one perfectly. And even though I got that little nitpick about Zoe Saldana, listen, this movie is a 5 out of 5 for me. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The second it ended, I couldn't wait to put it on and watch it again. I watched it twice with my screening link, which I only had available for 24 hours, and I'm dying to watch it again. So The Adam Project hits Netflix on March 11th. You guys do not want to miss it. Now, if by the time you got to this review, you've already watched The Adam Project, let me know your thoughts down below. How much did you love it? How much did you love it? Because, I mean, I feel like everybody is going to love this movie because there's something for everybody in this movie. You guys can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there, MamasGeeky. You can also check me out at MamasGeeky.com. I have my full written review of The Adam Project up there, and I gotta say, it's probably my favorite thing I've ever written, so be sure to check that out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.